right, we're here with the Australian wonder himself, Luke Bell of Australia at the 2006 Ford Ironman World Championships. Luke, thanks for joining us. Let's first talk about conditions tomorrow. What kind of conditions are you hoping for tomorrow?
Yeah, I guess the past week's been quite interesting. You obviously see the swell out there, and after everything, it'd be nice for it to be a bit choppy, I think. Whether that might throw like Norman and a few of the Germans off, coming from sort of a bit inland to the ocean and a fair bit of swell, which would, I guess, work in our favour. Heading out onto the bike, I think it's going to be one of those days where you want to get to Harvey as quick as you can and try and catch that tailwind home. That's obviously how the race used to pan out, and the wind's picking up. I think the winds are going to play a big part in the race. Obviously, not having Pete and Tim here, there's going to be a lot of unknown out there and people looking around. So there's a bit of wind. It might be an opportunity to sneak away, and the run here is always hot as anything. You get out on a leaky drive here and you sweat it up, and once you get out to the energy lab, it's a matter of trying not to melt down and hold on until the finish line.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you that. What does the fact that Peter Reid's not here, what kind of dynamic, how does that shift the dynamic of the race?
Yeah, it does quite a bit, actually. I think more so than people understand. Although it's a non-drafting race, you're out there in a bunch, and you always look at the previous champions to see what they're doing. They're the guys that have won the race before, and without Pete being there and Tim as well, there's 5 world champions between them. So it's going to be interesting out there. There's no one to gauge how you're going to go off, what to pace off, and I think if the bunch sits back and rolls around, you're going to be looking at Cam Brown on the back of the bunch, and he's looking at running a sub 250. So there's no point trying to hang around and contend. It's trying to take the advantage of the situation when it's there. If something pops up, then maybe try and get away, get a couple of minutes, and it'll allow you to, I guess, take a little bit easier or just get that mental gap that you might need later in the race.
All right, in your mind right now, what are you laying out for yourself as a goal, as a doable goal?
Yeah, doable goal. I think all I want to do is get back in the top 5. It was great 2 years ago. I've had, I guess, 2 bad years since then, just unfortunate situations which I was unable to control. But that's the way racing is. But I think this year everything's gone quite well. Nervous again. I haven't been nervous for a few years, so that's probably a good thing. And looking forward to getting out there, and you can only get out there, go as hard as you can for as long as you can, and it just hopes you cross the finish line before you run out of gas.
Sounds great. Good luck tomorrow, Luke.
Thank you.
Joanna, I really like your bicycle today. It is such a beautiful color. Where did you pick out that color?
Well, I didn't pick it out. When I talked to Tony at Griffin, and I said I wanted something really flashy, he's like, I've got this great new Kona color bike for you. So
perfect.
And it's got even little pretty flowers on it. So
very nice.
Good to go.
Well, Joanna, tomorrow's the big day. We're here the day before the Ford Ironman World Championships 2006. What kind of conditions are you hoping for tomorrow? What kind of conditions are going to give Joanna Szabo the edge?
I don't hope for any conditions because it doesn't matter what I want. It never turns out that way. So I'll just deal with whatever is given to me tomorrow.
That's funny. That's exactly what Michael Lovato said. Another question I have for you is, what are your thoughts on the new draft box rules going on, in regards to drafting?
Well, I always am going to hope for a bigger draft zone. So, I wish it was bigger, but it's not, so we all have to deal with it. We're all riding the same. And, for me, the biggest thing is just hoping that they really enforce the set draft box. And, in the past, there's always been packs, and I'd just like to see less of that. If you're going to make a draft box, have marshals out there making sure that's what people are doing.
Last question, what today's the day before. What have you been up to? What's your day before a ritual before a big race like this?
Well, I rode the course this morning just to see what everything was going to look like out there. No, I'm kidding.
She rode it twice uphill, a big ring the whole time.
No kidding. No, I did some little workouts this morning just to get my legs under me, and a little swim at the pool today. Had a really hearty breakfast that was awesome. Just hanging out, getting stuff ready, and just trying to stay calm.
Kill it tomorrow. Good luck.
Thanks so much.
Yeah. All right, we're here with Lori Bowden, one of the favorites for tomorrow. Lori, this is your first race back in a couple years, right? What are you coming out here and hoping to do?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just totally excited to be here. I was just telling Tim I was getting goosebumps riding down a Leahy Drive to check in, so it's a good sign. It's good to be excited about the race.
What what do you think when you hear some media sources kind of labeling you as a favorite for tomorrow?
I don't think I've heard that up until now, so I've just been kind of flying under the radar, which is a good place to be.
What kind of conditions are you hoping for?
Whatever we get.
Okay, well, best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.